Oke teman-teman, kembali ke channel saya Hendra West. Seperti yang teman-teman lihat, di video kali ini kita akan bermain Noire, melanjutkan petualangan Cole Phelps di kota Los Angeles. A Walk in Elysian Fields. Oh. Ini apa lagi nih? Buat origami ya, origami. Origami itu seni melipat kertas dari Jepang ya. Ini saya mulai ngerti nih. Seperti saya bilang di video sebelumnya, pelaku pembakaran ini bukan orang seperti yang kita tuduhkan. Pasti ada pelaku sebenarnya.
Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
Oke, ada kebakaran lagi. Oke, jadi menaik sip. Kita bergerak cepat ya teman-teman. Bergerak cepat. Saya sudah mulai ada kecurigaan tentang siapa pelaku pembakaran sebenarnya, tapi belum bisa saya pastikan. Kita lihat dulu bukti-bukti selanjutnya. Kita suruh si Herbert menelpon. Bukan Herbert, Herschel nama partner kita nih. Herschel Biggs.
Are we having a conversation, Big? Okay,
kita udah mulai ngobrol sekarang.
I'm teasing you, Herschel. Tell me about it.
The new housing development is a couple of weeks from completion.
Yeah.
Burnt to the ground last night.
Okay.
You guys are ready to move in this weekend.
Perumahan tentara.
Developer's gonna have
Ini ada
some
hubungannya
very
dengan
angry
si Courtney nih. Karena uang narkoba si Courtney itu dilarikan ke dosennya dokter. Katanya dipakai untuk pembangunan perumahan tentara. Dan nanti keuntungannya dikasih ke mereka. Jadi nggak dijual lagi ke jalanan. Itu yang perjanjian Courtney dengan dosennya. Oke, ini kejadian kebakaran, kita lihat. Tapi pasti. Oh, itu dia Suburban Redevelopment Fund. Papan pengiklannya. Oke, kita berjalan cepat. Punya perut yang kuat, maksudnya. Oh, jangan sampai mual gitu ya. Mayat ya. Oh my god.
Morelli, Mike. We recovered a picture of the family.
Okay. Anything else?
To be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert.
Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved.
Dipindahkan?
I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt it.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved them into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
Aneh. Tapi kita lihat dulu kru-kru yang lainnya. Maksudnya ini dipindahkan, jadi mereka udah mati sebelumnya.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them, Biggs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
Oke. Bukti B sudah kita periksa. Ada bukti lain lagi. Oh, bukti E. Oh my god, kasian banget, kasian banget.
What are they doing?
Prayer effect is from the fire. Muscles and tendons contract.
Oh my god. Jadi katanya rupanya kalau terbakar tuh tubuh kita tuh ototnya tuh daging kita tuh bergerak sendiri. Jadi mereka melakukan bentuk kayak gini. Jadi bergerak begini itu karena akibat kebakaran. Oke.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, though?
Bagaimana orang yang udah di penjara sebelumnya? Siapa tuh lupa si Ryan ya?
Explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
Rasa bersalah.
For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. He probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
Oh, ngerti aku.
You could be right. Can you come up with an alternative explanation?
I'm sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
Might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Oh my god.
Evidence?
Aduh,
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back.
modus operandi.
Leave the rest off, Cole. You better find out what people think.
Teman kita ini langsung stres gitu dia. Selama ini mungkin pembakaran ini orang sengaja yang mau uang asuransi. Kali ini dia mungkin menemukan pembakaran karena pembunuhan.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. Things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations.
Oh,
We're gonna kill this miserable fuck.
dia mau bunuh cewek pembunuh ini. Dia nggak tahan. Emosi banget dia ngeliat.
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Oke.
Sure. The Morellis were winners too.
Keluarga Morellis ini pemenang hadiah juga.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Berarti ini udah ada perencanaan nih.
I'll try this side.
Jadi biar teman-teman mengerti ya. Bentar.
I've done this for years.
Nah, selama ini dia nggak pernah terlibat pembunuhan. Oke.
You don't look like a fireman, son.
Oke. Jadi rupanya menurut pemadam kebakarannya itu keluarga ini sudah mati sebelumnya, mungkin di kamarnya masing-masing karena kesesakan napas. Tapi pada saat lagi kebakaran atau udah mulai habis, mayat mereka tuh dikumpulkan dalam suatu ruangan dan disitulah makanya dibilang mereka itu sudah mati sebelum terbakar habis gitu loh. Itu yang membuat teman kita itu kayak perasaan mual dan pengen muntah. Ini nih orang gila yang punya kerja gitu. Kenapa lu masuk ke dalam rumah yang kebakaran hanya untuk memindahkan mayat? Kata si Phelps karena rasa bersalah. Dia pengen menyatukan keluarga yang terbunuh ini. Sebenarnya tujuan dia mau bakar rumah, tapi karena terbakar keluarga itu, dia pengen menyatukan minimal matinya bersama. Begitu menurut Phelps. Oke, kita cek dulu daerah ini. Ada yang perlu diperiksa nggak? Mana dia? Oke.
This is the flashpoint. The heater detonated with enough force to expose the foundation.
Ah, di sini ledakan daripada pemanas airnya. Oke. Kita kelilingin rumahnya dulu. Pintunya nggak bisa kita masuki. Ada apa lagi di sini? Wes, ada koran. Wah, ada cerita latar belakang. Mari kita
How
nonton.
did you get my number, Ira?
At first, I didn't understand you.
Wah, mulai bener
But
dugaan
now I
saya.
do.
I'd like you to come back to the
Oke,
clinic.
kita ikutin
I'm
dulu.
helping other people now. Doctor,
Ini dia pembunuhnya. Ini pembunuhnya. Sakit jiwa.
I'm not confused anymore, Doctor. I'm helping people be together.
Kan? Dia pembunuhnya.
Why don't you tell me where you are and I can come to you? I think the fire should end now. They have served their purpose.
Oh, the fires are only beginning, Doctor.
Mampus. Pembunuh
After the
berantai di
fires,
sekarang.
everything
Pembunuh
will be
berantai
beautiful
dengan cara
and clean.
pembakaran.
Everything will be erased.
Pembunuh berantai yang baru.
Be fresh and new.
I can see my purpose now, Doctor.
Mampus enggak loh. Tujuan
And you
hidupnya.
helped me to find it.
Ntar lagi saya jelaskan teman-teman. Jadi kalau teman-teman menonton video Noire yang saya buat dari awal, teman-teman akan tahu bahwa sang pembunuh pembakar tali itu adalah teman si Phelps dan teman si Courtney juga, dan teman si Jack Kelso. Dia adalah salah satu anggota Phelps dulu. Oke. Jadi Courtney pernah bercerita dengan dosennya bahwa dia punya teman yang mengalami trauma akibat perang, jadi stres gitu. Dosennya ini bilang bawa ke saya biar saya sembuhkan. Rupanya ini dokter menggunakan temannya itu untuk membakar rumah-rumah yang tidak mau menjual ke suburban, ke developer. Rupanya karena akibat membakar rumah-rumah itu, mungkin ada rumah yang jadi korban, maksudnya ada korbannya di pembakaran itu. Temannya ini yang sebelum sudah ada stresnya menjadi makin gila. Sekarang dia malah jadi pengen membunuhin orang melalui pembakaran ini dengan alasan dia ingin membuat orang ketemu dengan kehidupan selanjutnya yang lebih baik gitu loh. Jadi itu dokter dosennya si Courtney itu punya, dokter apa sih namanya, itu punya andil dalam pembentukan pembunuhan yang terbaru ini ya, pembunuh berhantai pembakar yang baru ini. Gitu loh ceritanya. Itu temannya Pep juga tuh pembunuhnya, si Ira itu namanya. Tadi panggilannya si Ira. Si Ira itu teman Phelps, temannya Courtney, temannya Jack Kelso juga. Kita periksa tetangganya sekarang.
Is somebody gonna tell us what the hell's going on?
Ada jejak. Nih udah mulai kelihatan ceritanya.
Someone was keeping watch.
Ada yang mengawasi.
Looks like they were here for quite a while. Brand looks distinctive.
Mereknya Calderon nama. Ada yang
Whoever he was wearing boondockers.
Boondockers itu apa sih?
Know that imprint anywhere.
Oke. Kayaknya nih tetangga bisa kita wawancara deh.
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Oke, kita akan bertanya tentang kesaksian dia tentang kebakaran itu.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
Dia tertidur, bohong kan? Lihat aja, dia nggak mau melihat kita langsung, matanya bergerak-gerak. Tapi kita nggak punya bukti apa-apa dulu, kita tekan doubt.
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
Suspicious activity. Jadi kita mau tanya tentang aktivitas-aktivitas yang merugikan.
Did you see anyone hanging around the Morellis home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Kent says I was looking out, though.
Dia nggak tenang juga lagi, tapi kita nggak bisa menekan dia. Doubt.
You sure, Mr. Foreman? There are signs of someone hanging around over there by the fence.
Hey, now that you come to think of it, there was a guy. Kind of tall.
Tinggi,
skinny,
kurus.
Anything else?
Orange lumber jacket, beat-up hat, and no hair.
Botak.
I thought he was the pest exterminator guy who was working around here the last few days. But that guy had hair.
Oke. Copeland demolition. Coba kita nggak tahu nih artinya apa. Kita
You said
tanya.
someone is knocking these houses down.
Oh,
Elysian
rencana.
Fields. You must know them. Their billboards, that Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
I don't
Nggak mau
know.
menjual. Pasti Morellis nggak mau menjual. Tekan doubt lagi.
Whatever you thought of Morelli, his whole family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell.
Benar kan? Dia nggak mau menjual
Stubborn
juga.
fool was ruining it for all
Sama
of us.
seperti keluarga-keluarga yang lainnya. Oke, tentang kontes yang berhadiah liburan itu.
You said the Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Benar kan?
Yeah,
Pasti
that's
ya.
right. First thing I thought after the explosion was, thank goodness they was away. Then I find out they were still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
Dia nggak tahu. Mukanya, matanya nggak bergerak. Oh, berarti dia jujur.
You didn't enter yourself?
I'd already agreed to sell. The competition was an incentive for those who were still thinking about it.
Oh, untuk orang-orang yang masih ragu-ragu
Thanks for
menjual.
your time, Mr. Foreman.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I could get it for you if you like.
That would be great.
Itu origami ya.
Look, Cole,
Origami yang tadi di awal
What did
cerita.
you pick up?
Folded piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Kan origami? Bener gue. Oke, kita lihat.
Paper crane.
Paper crane.
There's a legend about them.
Crane itu kok nggak salah bangau deh.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a
Ini
flyer.
siapa sih namanya?
What?
Pimpinan Elysian. Developer.
Asian Fields Developments.
Ya, ya bekerja sama dengan Suburban Redevelopment. Oke.
Oh, I see you already have one.
Sama. Bener kan?
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
Oke. Wah, dia mulai ketahuan nih. Udah mulai nampak nih. Ini kerjaan orang-orang kaya semua nih. Orang-orang hebat. Termasuk si dosennya si Courtney. Termasuk kepala Elysian Development tadi. Si Lillian Monroe, baru saya ingat. Ada telepon muncul. Oh, kita pasti mau cari informasi tentang Elysian nih.
I need an address for a property developer.
Bener kan?
Asian Fields Development.
Elysian Field Development. Alamatnya.
One moment, detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
Ada pesan?
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Telepon Kapten McKelty.
Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Oh, komandannya.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe. He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief.
Orang
You
hebat.
out of your mind?
Temannya wali kota.
I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Wah, berbahaya
Yes, sir.
nih.
Good.
Permainan atas
Report
nih.
on my desk today.
Wah, dilarang kita ke Elysian, boy.
Kelty has warned us off over Elysian.
Nah, kan?
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
Oh, kita ke Rancho.
You know the place.
Ada kebakaran juga di situ.
Fountain Weldon. Let's go.
Oh, itu udah muncul. Baru juga muncul, lu monyong.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine.
Oke.
Where are we headed?
Rancho Escondidos. Tunggu dulu. Rancho Escondidos dari mana kita informasinya ya?
Garrison Desk has been trying to nail that
Duh,
son of a bitch for
membingungkan.
years.
He's still in custody, Herschel.
Wanna bet? Fella kicked him loose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches.
Oh, si Chapman yang kita tangkap di video sebelumnya. Ada orang yang kita curigai karena hobi menonton kebakaran. Si Chapman, kalau nggak salah katanya tadi Phelps bertanya gitu loh. Tapi dia ditahan sebelumnya kan?
You know, there are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
Lebih mudah katanya kerja di bagian patroli.
I'm not gonna tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is
safe,
America,
sir.
dickhead.
Now step back, or I'll lock you up for a
Smart
break.
mouth son of a bitch.
Anjir, ditinju polisinya coy.
Come back here.
Huh?
You're not getting off there. That's done it.
I'm gonna beat
This
you
is not
black
fitting a
and blue.
GI.
Oke, udah lama nggak berantem, kita lupa jadinya. Habis lu kan. Siapa lagi? Oh, lu lagi.
I'm gonna bust you right in the mouth.
Oke. Mampus nggak lo? Polisi mantan tentara dilawan.
Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Okay then. Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
Oh, jika dia masih tersisa ya. Ada bukti. Apa nih? Oh, bata.
Mortar is like dust. Is that
Semennya.
normal on fire?
Semennya kayak debu katanya.
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick.
Aha.
Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on the
Murahan nih, bahan bangunannya murahan katanya. Wah, ada. Wow.
If we're paying a visit to Alicia and ruining my career, let's bite the bullet and get on with it.
Wah, si teman kita udah mulai berani katanya. Sebelumnya dia nggak bilang jangan kita ke Elysian, itu orang hebat. Teman-temannya orang hebat di kota Los Angeles. Sekarang si Herschel Biggs, teman kita itu udah berani. Udahlah, kalau memang kita harus melakukannya, ayo kita datang ke Elysian Field katanya. Karena dia udah merasa ini memang udah lain nih cara kerjanya. Pembunuhan ini bukan kesengaja, bukan ketidaksengajaan, ini bukan ketidaksengajaan lagi nih. Bukan istilahnya kesengajaan karena hanya mencari uang asuransi. Ini sudah pembunuhan karena alasan mungkin kekayaan gitulah. Istilahnya memang sengaja dibakar supaya mereka bisa melaksanakan developer pembangunan gitulah, pembangunan perumahan. Udah caranya nggak bener. Kita datangin Elysian Field Development, kantor developer yang dipimpin oleh Leland Monroe yang teman-teman lihat fotonya. Oke, masih ada waktu. Semoga nggak lama nih ya. Tapi kapan sih Noire nggak lama?
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
Zaman dulu udah ada kayak gitu juga ya, mesin apa sih namanya? Apa gitu, kayak intercom gitu.
May I help you, gentlemen?
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Bawel lo.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
Wah, ngomong lu udah kayak orang Prancis aja.
I find that offensive.
Oh, memang giginya aja kepanjangan.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen.
Oh, tuh dia
Come
orang.
into my office.
Orang kaya Leland Monroe. Kantornya aja keren banget.
You like a cigar? Drink, boys.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs.
Si Biggs mau minum.
We're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
Oke, kita mau menanyakan tentang hubungan Elysian terhadap kasus pembakaran.
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you
Senyum
imagine
lu.
the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation?
Nggak sengaja katanya.
Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
Matanya nggak kelihatan, coy. Wah, ini susah nih. Aduh, nggak ada lagi intuisi kita. Aduh, kita bentak aja deh. Aduh, dia jujur nggak? Oh, ini nggak jujur deh nih, tapi kita doubt.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecued, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
Oke, tentang kontes perjalanan, kontes promosi perjalanan.
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
Ya,
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
wah pembohong. Pembohong. Ada brosurnya. Mana dia? Tekan like.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Bullshit loh, mata lu nggak kelihatan, bangke. Mana dia? Mana? Nih dia.
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Kepala polisi sama wali kota itu anggota Suburban Redevelopment. Wah, ini udah permainan kelas atas nih. Local land acquisition. Jadi rencana akuisisi dia terhadap perumahan-perumahan yang lama ini loh.
You've made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
Iya, apa yang terjadi kalau mereka tidak muncul?
Business finds a way. That's the American way.
Aduh, wah hebat nih. Kalau ada orang-orang penipu kelas atas kayak dia ini, udah nggak bisa ditebak mukanya. Ya udahlah, kita tekan drop aja lah, karena kita nggak tahu apa.
You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history.
Sombong lu, sombong.
To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense.
Oke, kita menanyakan tentang kebakaran yang terjadi di Rancho Escondido, daerah dia juga nih.
What's Elysian Field's involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend.
Itu yang perumahan tentara ya, yang uangnya dipakai uangnya ini dari narkotik.
It met with building code regulation.
Absolutely. Only the best
Ya kan,
for our
perumahan
returning
tentara.
heroes.
Perumahan tentara. Kau bohong, kau bilang itu kualitasnya bagus.
Lying, bro. There's something out of kilter about that development.
Udahlah, uangnya uang Arab, membangunnya jelek lagi.
There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
Kok kira aku nggak bisa buktikan? Mana dia? Porcelain quality. Oke, kami udah periksa,
I'm no
Pak.
expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life. Investment of that magnitude demands it. Do you think that they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them? The arsonists, do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for way bills. You suppose it could be
Kontraktor? Oh, kontraktor yang bekerja sama dia.
of their names if it would be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list.
Kita mau periksa kontraktor.
You know that I'm on the board of the police.
Wah, dia ancam. Oh, dia
Glad to be of help.
Jadi teman kita si Bix ini kan udah tua, dia mau pensiun, makanya dia kayak diancam. Kau tahu nggak? Aku dia anggota members, istilahnya anggota bagian yang mengurus uang pensiun polisi katanya. Biar teman-teman tahu kalau di Amerika uang pensiun itu diurus oleh swasta ya, uangnya bukan oleh pemerintah. Ada juga sih yang dari pemerintah, tapi sebagian juga dari swasta. Oke,
What's
kita
the
cek.
story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Joseph Bradley, nomor teleponnya ada, Paul George. Wih, ada Herbert Chapman, teman-teman. Orang yang kita tangkap yang di kasus di video sebelumnya, di kasus sebelumnya.
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Yang kita tuduh sebagai orang yang hobi melihat kebakaran.
We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
Chapman kantor polisi kalau nggak salah. Find the phone. Disuruh cari telepon di mana? Oh, ini telepon. Chapman ini kantor polisi. Chapman ini kantor polisi kok perasaan kan ditangkap di terakhir.
I gotta have it.
Oh, ini ada telepon.
Pal needs a date. What do you say, Constance?
for me?
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you.
Apa kita masih menahan Herbert Chapman katanya?
He was released this morning,
Lama
Detective.
dibebaskan tadi pagi.
I'm sorry, Detective.
Ya karena dia kan
Not your fault.
karena ada aja di lokasi kebakaran pada saat itu, bukan dia melakukan kebakaran. Sekarang dia dicurigai.
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thanks, man.
Oke, kita dikasih alam.
I love the chase till the minute I win it. A beautiful
si Cole.
face till there's love for me in it. Give
Di
me
tempat selingkuhannya. Ini listing selingkuhan si Cole. Penyanyi dari Jerman.
'Cause I always kill the things I love.
Wah, ini si brengsek yang menjatuhkan si Cole.
Buy me a drink, Cole?
Oh,
No.
Roy
Not even for old time's sake? Not even for that. You're not gonna ask me why I'm here? I wouldn't give you the pleasure. Get around to it. She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel
Save the
about...
threats for someone who cares about them, Roy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you. Stay away from Elysian
Mah
Fields.
bener kan? Brengsek lu Roy.
Should have known that you were playing errand boy.
Permainan kelas atas.
You and your doofus partner. You have been warned.
Polisi
Thanks for your
korup, polisi
cooperation,
korup.
officer.
I love you.
Stay away.
Wah,
You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that company.
I have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle.
wah sombong
Thanks for
loh.
the drink, Cole.
Kasus pembunuhan ini diambil alih oleh bagian homicide. Jadi Cole nggak boleh menyelidiki lagi. Wah,
Get the message about Monroe?
wah dia diancam juga.
Earl delivered it. You?
McKelty.
Oh, bos
Started
mereka
making
yang
noises
kasih.
about my pension.
Mereka diancam
Sorry
juga.
about that, Herschel. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
KGPL calling car 11K.
Oke.
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Oh, kita dapat alamat
Roger
si
that,
Chapman.
KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up.
Kita jemput si Herschel.
You fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
I did. But I don't like to
Bala.
talk about it.
You come across a guy called Jack Kelso out that way?
You
know Jack Kelso?
He's an insurance investigator over at California Fire and Life. Our paths cross from time to time. For some reason, seeing you makes me think of him.
Has Jack spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf or the rest of the campaign?
Jack keeps stum just like you do. I know what it feels like to get back from conflict. You gotta respect that.
Oke, kita suruh aja dia yang bawa lah. Saya nggak tahu.
You can drive.
All right, where to?
Biar nggak capek teman-teman, biar cepet. Kita suruh dia yang nyetir. Bawa dong.
You know the way. You can drive.
Oh, pintu sana tertutup. Oke. Oh, teman kita si Bix ini pernah kenal sama Jack Kelso. Jack Kelso itu sekarang rupanya penyelidik di perusahaan asuransi. Jadi mereka sering bertemu kalau ada kasus kebakaran kali ya kan. Masih sempat. Semoga cepat selesai.
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
Oh, itu mobilnya.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. Just some kind of problem.
Oh, ini mobilnya dia. Kita periksa mobilnya. Oh my
Let's see what he's
god.
hauling around.
Obat nyamuk. Obat nyamuk.
Motive,
Tapi
opportunity, and hard evidence.
dia punya motif, kesempatan, dan bukti. Oke. Tapi buktinya kan obat nyamuk ya, bukan ledakan pemanas air. Apa nih? Peluru.
We should revise the APB. He's clearly armed. Definitely gives him opportunity.
Wah, memang dia kali ya. Oh enggak, bukan dia kan. Aduh, bodoh banget sih gua. Ya pembunuh berantai itu, teman kita itu lah si Aira. Cuma si Chapman ini dijadikan kambing hitam aja.
Again.
Wih.
Son of a bitch, he must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole.
Kok masih percaya kita
I'll call this in, get some cars dispatched.
Pelakunya si Aira. Cuma
Car
Aira
11K calling
Chapman
KGPL.
jadi kambing hitam.
11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar, currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Roger, 11K. All units, officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. A suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar headed eastbound. Approach with caution. Suspect is in control of the streetcar and driving dangerously. Units to handle code 3 identified.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
Dia tabrak untuk mobil semua coy. Ini apa sih namanya, tram ya? Ya pasti bukan kereta api. Oh my lord, dihajar ya semua mobil. Lapis 3 lapis. Oh my lord, ngeri banget. Wow. Itu ada mobil polisi di sebelah kanan.
See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down. Hold him tight, Cole. As soon as he ditches the tram, we'll be there to grab him.
Come on, come on, come on.
Don't go to sleep. I'll be getting close. Get me closer to the driver's cabin. I'll plug Chapman.
Oh, kita mau tembak dia.
Look, Cole, the side plate's gone.
Oh, selesai loh.
End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole.
Mampus loh.
Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so
Bukan ini dia pelakunya benar.
Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
Fires benefit Elysian in some way.
Ya benar.
I see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. Hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Ada nggak kena kata si Koko. Ini memang orang pintar.
Nice work, gentlemen. Put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe.
Wah, bangsat lu, bos.
What are you thinking, Phelps? We'll be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
Wah, memang Chad Nixon crook. Oh, di sini Chad Nixon belum jadi presiden kali ya. Wah, Peps dengan selingkuhannya.
What is it?
A letter from Lou.
Lou ini temannya si pacarnya Cole ini yang mati sebelumnya.
California fire and life. You worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
Oh, tahu temannya, pacarnya punya teman yang mati karena bekerja di sebagai kontraktor dan dapat asuransi. Asuransinya diwariskannya ke pacarnya Cole ini.
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso. I and ask him to make some inquiries about
Oh,
Lou's
si
case.
Cole mau minta tolong sama Jack
Isn't
Kelso.
this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help this Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He's a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you could take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
Oke. Dan kemudian mungkin Phelps dan Kelso akan bekerja sama. Aduh, ada kruisnya hilang satu. Oke teman-teman, akhirnya selesai episode yang keberapa nih ya? 22 apa 23? 23 kalau nggak salah ya. Kalau saya nggak salah. Oke, jadi begitu rupanya teman-temannya. Sudah mulai kelihatan siapa pelakunya. Saya tahu ini pelakunya si Ira. Temannya Phelps, Jack, dan Courtney. Yang otaknya udah meleset gara-gara dosennya si Courtney itu. Dokter apa sih lupa. Intinya dia digunakan untuk melancarkan kerja developer melakukan pembersihan di suatu daerah gitu ya. Tapi rupanya gara-gara dia dipergunakan, dia malah jadi makin gila karena rasa bersalah. Dia malah menjadi pembunuh berantai yang menggunakan modus pembakaran. Cuma di sini kita di kasus-kasus ini kita menangkap orang-orang yang lain. Karena saya tahu tujuannya pada ujungnya sama seperti kasus waktu Phelps di homicide ya. Kita sangka yang kita tangkap tuh benar semua pelakunya, rupanya orang lain. Oke, berarti selesailah episode ini. Buat subscriber teman-teman saya yang sudah menonton, terima kasih. Buat Anda yang nyasar di channel ini karena mencari informasi tentang Noire, harap di like kalau Anda terbantu dengan video ini, atau di subscribe channelnya. Tapi kalau Anda nyasarnya dan langsung ke video ini, jangan lupa nontonnya dari awal, dari episode yang pertama. Karena ceritanya ini berhubungan, ada cerita garis besarnya, ada cerita garis pendeknya yang di kasus saja gitu. Okay? Without further ado, see you in the next Noire video. Thank you.